Hey there, future biologists. I'm Selman, and I'm thrilled you're joining me on this adventure to conquer Class 10 biology. We're going to unlock the secrets of NCERT previous year's questions. These questions are your secret weapon. They're like a sneak peek into your exams. By understanding them, you'll be more than ready to ace those tests. Think of it like building a robot. You wouldn't just slap it together, right? You'd study the blueprints, understand each part, and then put it all together. That's what we're doing with these questions. We're breaking them down to build your confidence and knowledge. Remember, biology is all about understanding the living world around us. It's about plants and animals, cells and ecosystems. It's about you. And the more you practice, the more you'll see the amazing connections in nature. So are you ready to dive in? Let's go. Short answer questions are like quick quizzes for your brain. They test your basic understanding of a topic. Don't let their size fool you, though. These questions can help you rack up some serious points. Let's look at an example. What is the function of chloroplasts in a plant cell? See, short and sweet. But to answer it correctly, you need to know that chloroplasts are the food factories of the plant cell. They contain chlorophyll, which helps plants make food through photosynthesis. So your answer could be chloroplasts are responsible for photosynthesis, the process by which plants convert light energy into chemical energy in the form of food. See how we took a simple question and gave a clear, concise answer. That's the key to acing these short answer questions. Remember, keywords are your friends. Use words like photosynthesis, chlorophyll, and energy conversion to show that you really know your stuff. Diagrams are like maps that guide you through the complexities of biology. They provide a visual representation of concepts that might otherwise be difficult to grasp through text alone. They can show you the parts of a cell, the process of digestion, and even the intricate workings of various biological systems. For instance, a diagram can illustrate the flow of blood in the body, making it easier to understand how oxygen and nutrients are transported to different parts. Diagram-based questions test your ability to understand and interpret these visual clues. They challenge you to think critically and apply your knowledge in a practical way. Imagine you're given a diagram of the human digestive system. This diagram is not just a picture, it's a tool that helps you visualize and understand the process of digestion. The question asks you to identify the stomach and explain its role in digestion. This requires you to not only recognize the structure, but also understand its function. First, you'd locate the stomach in the diagram. This step is crucial because it sets the foundation for your explanation. Then you'd explain that the stomach churns food and mixes it with digestive juices, breaking it down into smaller molecules. This mechanical and chemical process is essential for digestion. Neatness is key when it comes to diagrams. A well-drawn diagram can make a world of difference in how information is conveyed and understood. Make sure your labels are clear and your arrows point to the correct structures. Accurate labeling helps in identifying and understanding the different parts and their functions. Think of it as giving directions. Just as you wouldn't want to give someone confusing directions, you don't want your diagram to be unclear. You wouldn't want to send someone on a wild goose chase with messy instructions, right? A clear diagram ensures that the information is easily accessible and understandable. Remember, diagrams are your allies. They are there to help you, not to confuse you. They make complex processes easier to understand. By breaking down information into visual elements, diagrams simplify learning and retention. So, the next time you see a diagram, don't shy away, embrace it. Use it as a tool to enhance your understanding and make learning more enjoyable. Diagrams are not just illustrations, they are gateways to deeper comprehension and mastery of biological concepts. Section 4. Long answers. Conquered. Long answer questions are like deep dives into the ocean of biology. They can seem daunting at first, but with the right approach, you can navigate through them smoothly. They require you to explain concepts in detail, often using examples and sometimes even equations. This means you need to have a solid understanding of the topic and be able to communicate it clearly. But don't worry, we're going to break them down step by step. By the end of this section, you'll feel confident in tackling any long answer question that comes your way. Let's say you get a question about photosynthesis. This is a common topic in biology exams, and understanding it thoroughly is crucial. It asks you to explain the process and include the balanced chemical equation. Don't panic. Start by breaking down the question and organizing your thoughts. Start by outlining the key steps of photosynthesis, light-dependent reactions, and the Calvin cycle. These are the two main stages of the process. Explain how chlorophyll absorbs light energy, water molecules are split, and oxygen is released. This is the light-dependent reaction, which takes place in the thylakoid membranes of the chloroplasts. Then describe how carbon dioxide is fixed into glucose during the Calvin cycle. This cycle occurs in the stroma of the chloroplasts and is crucial for the synthesis of glucose. The glucose produced is the sugar that plants use for energy. It's also stored for later use, providing a vital energy source for the plant. Finally, write the balanced chemical equation for photosynthesis. This is a key part of your answer and shows your understanding of the process. 6. CO2 plus 6 H2O plus light energy yields C6H12O6 plus 6O2. This equation summarizes the entire process of photosynthesis in a concise way. Remember, long answers require a structured approach. This means organizing your answer in a logical way, with clear headings and subheadings. Break down the question into smaller parts, use clear headings, and provide specific examples. This makes your answer easier to follow and shows that you have a thorough understanding of the topic. Think of it like writing a story. Your answer should have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Start with an introduction that outlines what you will be discussing. You need a beginning, middle, and end, right? The beginning introduces the topic, the middle provides detailed explanations and examples, and the end summarizes your points and reinforces your answer. Reviewing your answer is also important. Make sure you have covered all parts of the question and that your answer is clear and concise. Highlight key points and make sure your answer flows logically. This will help you to achieve higher marks and demonstrate your understanding effectively. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice writing long answers, the more confident you will become. Use additional resources and seek feedback to improve your skills. With these strategies, you'll be able to conquer long answer questions with confidence and ease. Keep practicing and stay positive. Section 5. Assertion. Reason questions, true or false. This section is designed to test not only your knowledge, but also your understanding of the logical connections between concepts. Assertion-reason questions are like detective work in biology. They require you to analyze and evaluate the relationship between two statements. You're presented with two statements, an assertion and a reason. The assertion is a statement of fact, while the reason provides an explanation for that fact. Your job is to figure out if both statements are true and if the reason correctly explains the assertion. This involves critical thinking and a deep understanding of the subject matter. Let's look at an example. This will help you understand how to approach these questions effectively. Assertion plants release oxygen during photosynthesis. This is a fundamental concept in biology that many students are familiar with. Reason oxygen is a byproduct of the light-dependent reactions in photosynthesis. This statement provides a specific explanation for the assertion. In this case, both the assertion and the reason are true. This means that the reason correctly explains the assertion. The reason accurately explains why plants release oxygen during photosynthesis. Understanding this relationship is crucial for answering these types of questions correctly. It's because oxygen is produced as a byproduct when water molecules are split in the light-dependent reactions. This process is essential for the plant's ability to produce energy. Here's a breakdown of how to approach these questions. Follow these steps to ensure you understand and answer correctly. Read both statements carefully. Pay attention to the details in each statement. Determine if each statement is true or false. This requires a solid understanding of the subject matter. If both statements are true, decide if the reason correctly explains the assertion. This step involves critical thinking and logical reasoning. Remember, there are specific answer choices for these types of questions, and understanding these choices is key to selecting the correct answer, such as both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. This means that the reason provided is a valid explanation for the assertion, or both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. In this case, while both statements are true, the reason does not explain the assertion. Pay close attention to the wording of the answer choices. The specific phrasing can often provide clues to the correct answer. Practice these steps, and you'll become more confident in tackling assertion-reason questions.